Okay, I think we are live. Hello, everybody. Hello, Libronauts. Welcome back. My name is Elise of Literally Elise. This is my science fiction book club. We meet every month. Well, we may not meet every month, but we do have a new book selection every single month. We are on Instagram, we are on Fable, and then the months that we do discussions, that is here on YouTube. So if you are new, welcome. And if you're not new, hi, hello, good to see you again. Today I have with me Brandon of Brand the Reader over on Instagram. And this month we read Operation Bounce House by Matt Dinniman. Yes, this is the same author as, oh my goodness, Dungeon Crawler Carl, which we actually read back in January. So repeat author. But Brandon, do you want to go ahead and give an introduction?
Yeah, for sure. Well, my name is Brandon. I don't have a YouTube channel. I don't really do videos, but you can find me on Instagram. My tag is in the little description there. I mostly just kind of post like reviews of books that I read or just like stuff from my life. I kind of read a little bit of everything, like honestly, like horror, thrillers, some romance. Sci-fi is actually probably like the least amount that I read from. So this was fun though. Like I always want to try and step outside of my comfort zone. So
Mhm.
it was good to do that. But yeah,
Yeah.
that's kind of me. So
I feel like most people say that when they come on here. They're like, I
that's
don't really read
me.
much sci-fi. What do you think your favorite genre to read is?
It used to be thrillers, I think. And
Mhm.
I feel like I've just found that I don't know if I just read so many of them, but they're so similar now.
Mhm.
Like you can kind of always guess what's going to happen in them. So
Yeah.
to be honest, I feel like I read more horror
Mm.
now instead. So
Yeah.
that's kind of my go-to.
I think a lot of people feel that way. I definitely feel that way too. It's like once you've
Yeah.
read a certain amount, it's like you've kind of seen everything. So it takes a lot
Right?
more to impress you.
Yes, exactly. So
Unfortunately. Um, Hello. Sorry, I can't stay long. Just started the book a few days ago and have to go into town shortly. Well, thanks for popping in and thanks for reading with us. Oh my gosh, I always get confused going back and forth between the banners and the comments. Bear with me, y'all. Okay, so if anyone does pop into the comments, let us know if you read this book and what you rated it. Brandon and I are going to keep our ratings secret until the end. But would you, Brandon, like to go ahead and just kind of give a spoiler-free synopsis? So anyone that is watching that hasn't read the book yet, they won't be spoiled. And then just know anyone who is watching, we will get into spoilers shortly after this. So just a heads up there. So yeah, go ahead, Brandon.
yeah, for sure. Okay, so our story, we follow a man known as Oliver Lewis.
Mhm.
He is a colonist on this new planet called New Sonora. So Earth still exists. It's still kicking around, but they have completely relocated to this other planet. And there are a few other characters in there too, like his sister Lulu, and then a slew of other characters as well.
Mhm.
So they kind of spend their days farming and doing all those kinds of things. Um, but what else is on here? I'm reading the synopsis here. Um, yeah, so like they were promised that they'd be left alone,
Mhm.
but the Earth's government clearly had other plans, and
Mhm.
now this company called Apex Industry is hired to commence basically an eviction type action.
Mhm.
Um, and maximizing profits will always be Apex's number one priority. And so they decide to launch this game called Operation Bounce House, and Oliver and his family end up finding themselves in the middle of this whole thing and have to defend their farm and
Mhm.
planet from all of these people.
Mhm.
So,
Yeah, it gets pretty crazy. Lots of
yes.
action-packed book for
Also, we
sure.
have a thunderstorm going on, so if you hear
Oh.
loud banging, that's that. So,
Gotcha. Hopefully your power doesn't go out. I was worried
I
about that
hope
earlier.
so. The lights haven't flickered or anything, and it's not really windy. It's just
Mhm.
thundering and lightning, so fingers
Yeah.
crossed.
Yep. If you do, just I guess I'll carry on without you as best I can. Let's see here. Hey, Yvette. Listening from work, started and finished on Sunday, 3 stars. Awesome. Thank you so much for reading with us. That's awesome. And for popping in. I know you said you're still at work right now, so thank you. So did you read Dungeon Crawler Carl? I can't remember. You might be reading it for Gwen's book club right now, right?
So I haven't read it.
Okay.
This was my first book from him.
Okay.
I I started reading that book twice, and then I put it aside. So
Gotcha.
we'll see what the future holds. But no, I have not read from him before. But I always hear I hear about him all over YouTube, all over
hmm
Instagram, like even just like walking in the bookstore. Like
hmm
there's always the next book in the Dungeon Crawler Carl series that's out, and
There's a lot of
so
them.
no, yeah,
Yeah,
so but yeah,
they just
first
keep
time
coming.
reading, so
Okay. So I've heard, because I obviously did this with Dungeon Crawler
mhm.
Carl. I'm just gonna say DCC. I always stumble over Crawler Carl.
It's a bit of a tongue twister.
It is, it is. But yeah, I read that back in January with Libronauts, and definitely a different vibe. I was kind of expecting very similar vibes, especially
Mhm,
like the
mhm.
whole gaming stuff.
Right,
But yeah,
right.
I would say it was totally different. Like the
Okay,
way
that's
the
kinda what I
characters
heard
are.
too.
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah. So, yeah, I guess I don't know. It depends on how much you liked or disliked this one may determine how DCC goes for you once you can fully get into it.
Yes.
So speaking of characters, what did you think of the characters in this book? Like, did you really connect with anybody? Did you have a favorite?
I wouldn't really say connected with anybody. I kinda wish I didn't mind Oliver as a character,
hmm
but I think I would have liked to have, other POVs as well and
hmm
kind of explore each of them a little bit more. To be honest, I felt like outside of Oliver, Lulu, and, uh, Rosita,
hmm
I feel like they all kinda read kinda similar. And
Yeah.
they kinda just started blending together for me. Um, but I thought Roger was funny. He had some
hmm
really funny moments. If I had to pick a favorite, that he would probably be my favorite character from
Oh
the
yeah,
book, so yeah.
100%. I agree. Yeah. I
How
mean,
about you? What did
shortly.
you think?
Oh yeah. I mean, same. I definitely agree. I feel like a lot of the side characters kind of blended together. Unfortunately. And I didn't really connect with anybody necessarily, maybe aside from Roger. And
Mm,
you
mhm.
bringing up the POV thing, I didn't really think about that, but it would have been cool to get Roger's POV.
Yes. Yeah, I think that would have added
Yeah.
definitely more to the story,
I mean,
especially, from an AI point of
yes.
view, not
Yeah.
just another human, so
hmm
yeah, that
Exactly.
would have been cool.
And am I crazy, or did we get a little snippet of his? Well, not really. It's not like his
I
POV, but he was in that interview at the very end.
Yes. Yeah, I guess you could kinda count that, kind
Maybe,
of,
yeah.
very lightly, but no, I think it was mostly just I think it was all Oliver
Yeah.
for most of it.
Oh, yeah.
I guess
Yeah.
except from, the tapes,
hmm
right? I guess that was kind of, their POV, other people's POVs, I guess, but
Yeah. But I
yeah.
get what you mean. Like, you mean like actual like plot
Yeah,
narration of the
understanding
story.
their
Yeah.
thoughts and,
hmm
fully in the actual story piece, so
Yeah. Yeah. No, I agree. It would have been maybe a little bit more exciting too, because as much action as is wow, I can't talk. As much action as what's in this book, I still felt like at least the first half, it just kind of dragged a little bit for me. Like I'm like, when is it gonna pick up?
Yeah, it took a while to get into it, and I felt
hmm
like a lot of it was very repetitive.
hmm
Um, like, I get it's kinda tough with this kind of book though, it is an invasion, so,
hmm
obviously you're gonna keep having things come and you're gonna have to fight them, right? So,
Yeah.
but I feel like it kinda just kept to the same thing, "Okay, we're gonna fight them again," and then a little bit of a lull, then we have to do it again.
hmm
But yeah, I found it was kinda dragging, for
hmm
the first little bit and sort of the middle. I
hmm
think, the last 100 pages, that's kinda when it finally starts to get going.
Yep. Yeah. Um, so one thing that I kind of picked up on in DCC that I was really hoping I would not see in this, but unfortunately I did, was how women are portrayed. And I feel like
Mm,
it wasn't as bad in this,
hmm.
but it almost makes me wonder, like, if Matt Dinniman has like a, I don't know, like if it's a disrespect towards women or
Right.
something, but like,
Yeah.
and like, I'm not a prude, but
No, that's
the
fair.
whole, hobby work, whatever that Lulu does,
The
that was a
OnlyFriends.
choice. That was
It
certainly a
was.
choice.
I wasn't expecting that. Like
No.
I was reading it and I'm like, oh, okay.
Yeah. And I
Like, not
mean,
that there's anything wrong with that. Like,
exactly. It's like you do you,
if you
girl.
make your living, I mean, you probably make more than I do. So
Exactly. Yeah,
more power to
same.
you. But I guess like going into the like based on what the synopsis was, I was just not connecting that. So
Yeah.
that seemed a little out of place. But
Yeah. And
but I have heard like in Dungeon Carl DCC that like his commentary, I guess, towards women is a
yeah.
little
Yeah.
funky. So
Yeah.
interesting.
Yeah. It was a huge ick, and it honestly
Mm,
was the big reason that kept that book from a 5 star for me, was
right.
because of
Okay.
that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, but and there were a couple other things that kind of happened later, but it's like, just like for a man, like if a woman was writing that and if it was
Hmm.
kind of expected as part of the plot,
Right.
it
Right.
wouldn't have bothered me.
That's
But
yep.
because it's a
Understandable.
man and it's just so out of left field for like what this book is about.
Yes. It seemed very out of place. And
Yeah.
then plus, like, I think you're only getting the perspective of Oliver on that
Yeah.
whole thing. Like, it's not really coming from Lulu herself.
Yeah.
So, um, but yeah, no, I kind of get what you're saying about that.
Yeah.
It's a little, it's a choice.
Yes, very much so. So in Fable, I did see a couple people mention Easter eggs that they found.
Right.
I'm assuming, well, one of them I know for sure was DCC because they mentioned Princess Donut, which is the cat
The
in that
cat.
one.
Yes, I do know that.
Um,
Yep.
so, but I guess if you've not read it, then you wouldn't really pick up
No,
on
I saw that
anything.
question and I was like, oh dang. I don't have an answer to this one.
Yeah.
Did you catch any of those when you were reading though?
Not
Or
really. And
no?
honestly, the one that was mentioned, the one that I like remember, let me see if I can find it. Okay, chapter 34. Someone said,
Mm,
anyone else catch the Princess Donut references chapter? And mind you, I wasn't necessarily like watching out for it. Like I didn't get to chapter 34 and be like, oh yeah,
right.
I need to like keep an eye out for this.
Right.
But thinking back, nothing kind of flung out at me
That's
as
fair.
like DCC. So
Yeah, yeah.
yeah, I was just curious if
I
you
love
or
Easter eggs.
yeah,
Like
me
it's always fun.
too.
I always love when authors do that. I feel like I'm trying to think of who else would have had Easter eggs in their books. Like I think Riley Sager has done that a couple times.
Riley
Um,
Sager, Emily, oh no, what's her name? Emily Henry.
oh, okay, yeah.
She
Yeah.
like more so with like her characters a little bit, like, and I don't think
Right.
there's like the books are supposed to be really connected, but then
Oh, okay. Yeah, like typical romances are, I feel
yeah,
like. But okay,
yeah.
that's interesting. Yeah.
What's another one? I don't know. So, but yeah, I was just curious. Oh, there's a comment. I wonder. Oh, okay. T
Kingfisher.
Kingfisher does that. I think I've only read a couple of her books, and they were like,
Hmm.
one was a horror, one was like her fantasy.
Right. Yeah.
So probably no connection. There's a Bone Dog reference and a sword. Oh, okay. So Bone Dog was from the Thistle and Bone. Is that what it's called? I'm totally blanking,
I
but
don't know.
I DNF that one. But then A Sorceress Comes to Call is the newer one, I think. Well, not the
Oh, okay.
newest. Nettle and Bone. Thank you.
Madeline Bone.
What
There
did
you
I
go.
say? I don't even know. Thistle and Bone.
Thistle. I think you said thistle. I mean, that's close. Thistle and nettle, right? Those are two.
Okay. Whoops. Lost my spot again. Alrighty. So the more I got into this book, I feel like I skipped a question.
um.
Oh no, maybe I didn't ask it. I usually ask like, what were your overall thoughts? But I think I just had so
Oh
many
yeah.
questions.
Oh, you had that. Overall thoughts, likes, and dislikes. At least
Okay.
you sent that to me.
Oh, I
um.
didn't add it in here. But yeah, let's chat about that.
Yeah. It was like it was okay. I mean, we're not doing our star rating right now, right? We're gonna save
Correct.
that to
We'll
the
do
end.
that at the
Okay.
end. Yeah.
Yeah, like I thought it was okay. Like I was kind of saying before, I did find it a little bit repetitive.
Mhm.
But I didn't know what to expect going into this because, like I said, like I don't typically read a lot of sci-fi. I read
Mhm.
the best I would read, I would say, is like lit fic with
Mhm.
very like subtle sci-fi in it. And I know you don't like this book, but The Measure by Nikki Ehrlich, I
Yep.
love that book. That's one of my favorites. I have the special edition somewhere, but
Oh, nice.
um, I that's the type of sci-fi that I'm used to, not
Mhm.
like, space and mechs and guns and all that kind of
Mhm.
stuff. So I didn't really know what to expect. Um, but I do feel like I, I don't like, yes, this was sci-fi, but I do
Mhm.
feel like there was a lot of like other elements thrown in there too,
Oh,
like,
yeah.
like family dynamics, like
Mhm.
even like a little bit of romance here and there, and humor and like all that kind of
Mhm.
stuff. Um, but yeah, like it was fine. Yeah.
Um, that makes a lot of sense that you say you really like The Measure and you're more into lit fic because I definitely
Yeah.
that's why I don't like The Measure is because I wanted less lit fic and more sci-fi.
Right.
So that
That's
makes
yeah.
sense. So yeah, my overall thoughts are probably more negative.
Mm,
And I think I was going into this expecting DCC vibes, and I did not get those. I didn't like, I love the characters in DCC.
right.
Didn't connect with a single character in this one, except maybe Roger. And I wouldn't even say I
Yeah.
connected. It's more like I just enjoyed him and his personality, if you can call it that.
Right.
But the one thing that I really enjoyed about this book was the talk about their, I forget how they phrased it, but like how their DNA evolved
Mm,
or
mhm.
kind of was forced to evolve being on this other
Right.
planet in a little bit different
Right.
atmosphere. I wanted more of that because every time that that was brought up, oh man, I had my highlighter out. I was
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
the cogs
That was
were spinning.
that's interesting. And yeah, that's a good point. I would have liked to have
Mhm.
learned more about that too.
Yeah.
Because I guess like they're kind of described as like they're still kind of humans, but like
Mhm.
not
Mhm.
like, and I think that would have been interesting to kind of like push that a little bit farther and get into that. But
Mhm.
yeah, so that kind of sucks.
Yeah. Like it was definitely a lot more heavy on like the war aspect and the corrupted
Yes,
government and things like that.
absolutely. Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
Um, I do enough the measure, but now another book club is reading it, so I'm gonna good luck. Have you read
Give it
the
another go.
Poppy? Have you read the Poppy
I
Fields?
haven't, and I've heard
Okay.
really bad things about that, but we'll see. I don't know. I might get that one from the library first and then see how it goes. But
Yeah,
because
I'd recommend it. I mean, because you liked the measure so much, you're probably more likely to like the Poppy Fields,
right, yeah,
but it's like it's a road trip story.
yeah, that's
It's
road trip and like kind of just grief, I guess.
yeah,
Because I know a lot of people were saying like they wanted to see more of the poppy fields, but
yeah,
apparently it never really gets to that point.
yeah.
So, oh well.
Unfortunately, yep.
Oh,
See,
okay, all
we're the
right.
same. We're the same. Although I didn't DNF them, but I'm like, ooh, not good. Okay, so there were a lot of other things going on in this book, and I feel like as bored as I was towards the
Mhm.
beginning, I got to a certain point and I'm like, oh, this is saying something. Like I'm seeing
Yes,
some similarities between like what's going on in this book and like what's going on in the world right now.
yes.
So propaganda was a huge thing. Um,
Mhm.
what I guess where did you see that and how did you see it kind of play into the plot?
Yeah, so I mean, like, I think if you like kind of take a step back and think about it, like it plays a huge role in
Hmm.
like because it's kind of almost the catalyst for this whole thing,
Yep.
right? Because like Apex Industries basically used propaganda to
Hmm.
the like people that are still on Earth to like creating this lie so that they would think that all the colonists are like expendable and
Hmm.
like they're just, like they're not important, get rid of them. And
Subhuman
like
was used a lot.
yes, yeah, and
Hmm.
that's terrible.
I know.
And like even just using that word, like I feel like that kind of just leads to sort of like dehumanizing people,
Hmm.
like which is just terrible. Um, so yeah, like I mean, like without feeding them that propaganda, like I don't think really anyone would be signing up to partake, right? And so
Right.
without propaganda, I don't think, you know, this would have been happening maybe, but
Yeah.
so what did you think?
Yeah, I definitely thought kind of similar along the same lines. Like if there wasn't that corruption and if there weren't like
Mhm.
the lies being fed to the people on earth, like could something like this have ever happened? Or would it have been, rather than involving like the civilians of earth, would it have been like a purely military thing? So I guess it could still
Right.
happen. It would just be more
Yeah, organized, I
military
guess, kind of.
people versus,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. Yeah, it just like, and it just kept reminding me about like, and I know, luckily you're in Canada. Unfortunately, I'm in the United States.
Yeah.
But just like the crap that we are fed, and like being able to be on social media and see
Hmm.
perspectives from people in other countries and other cultures. And it's like, oh, you don't live in a hut with a dirt floor. You live just
Yes.
like I live. But
Yeah.
it's like growing
Right.
up, like all these countries, like they're third world, they're third world,
Hmm.
they are less than. And it's like, that's not true
Right.
at
And
all.
like I just feel like this I don't want to stir the pot, but um
Stir it,
like
stir
if
it.
you're uneducated and you're
Hmm.
seeing this stuff, you're gonna believe it. And then
Yep.
like, kind of going into the whole social media thing, like once you start seeing like one or two of these things, like
Hmm.
your algorithm is going to change. And I mean,
Yep.
that's all AI too. So,
Yeah.
like, and it's just going to keep showing you more and more and
Yeah.
more stuff and making you believe all these crazy things that
Yeah.
aren't necessarily true. Like,
Yeah.
so
And I can see why governments don't like that, because then it plants the seed of not trusting the people in
yes,
charge,
yes,
and
yeah.
then
It
uprisings
can
can
go either
happen.
way, right?
Yeah.
Like, so
Yeah. So, oh, yeah, there were definitely parts of this that got me a little heated. I'm like, oh man.
hmm, yes.
Okay, so this one, and I was telling Brandon before we went live, I had a heck of a time coming up with some questions for this one, but I did find, I think it was a book club on Facebook. They had a bunch of questions, so I took a lot of theirs. This was definitely one of them. So, how does the theme of an oppressive government in this book resonate with our world's history and or current events? So, we did kind of start talking a little bit about this,
Yeah,
like
we
with the
kind of, yeah,
propaganda and,
yeah.
hang on, my thing is
That's
ringing.
okay. That's all good.
Oops. Oh no, I just hung up and then, or like I answered
Oh,
and then hung up. I meant to just
oh
like,
crap.
it was my grandma. I'll have to call her back when
Oh,
we're done. Um,
sorry, Grandma.
I'm so sorry, grandma. Um,
Did you want to start with this one?
sure. So yeah, I think definitely, I mean, very much along the lines of what we were already saying, like feeding information, often false information, to your citizens and then getting them on board with like fighting for you essentially.
Mhm.
um and then it's like, actually one thing that would have been interesting to see is a POV from somebody on earth. Oh no. Okay. Seeing a POV from somebody on earth, especially maybe somebody that's like part of the resistance, like maybe they don't buy
Mm, mhm.
into the propaganda being sold to
Right.
them for these people on these colonies on other planets.
Mhm.
um because that's obviously something very much that's happening right now. It's like there are still definitely people that are like totally in agreement and behind supporting the government, and then there's other people that are like, no, this is BS. Like,
Yes.
what are
Yeah.
we
No, this is
doing?
like this is not okay. Like this
Yeah,
is past the point of normal. Like
exactly.
so, yeah.
Whew. Oh, my cheeks are getting hot. I'm so angry right now. So how does the gamification of war impact the morality of war itself? And how do we see that in the world today?
Yeah, so I was gonna say like I feel like it kind of like, I guess, gamifying it, if that's a word, like, turns it into more of like an entertainment thing.
Yep.
And I think it like desensitizes people to like
Hmm.
how serious it actually is. And
Yeah.
I feel like you kind of see that with current events. Like, people just sign up and
Hmm.
think they can do it. Like, oh, I've played Call of Duty. Like,
Yeah.
I can do this job. And it's like, no, like
Yeah.
this isn't how it should be. Like, there's a
Yeah.
lot of like, I think, training that goes behind it. And like, that's not even just military, but also like police force too, right?
Hmm.
Like, I think there needs to be a lot more training when it comes to like mental health reps and
Hmm.
stuff like that. Um, but going back to like morality of war and stuff, like I think it makes it seem like war is an okay thing to
Hmm.
happen, which it's not. Like, you know, everyone should just get along, but obviously that's not how the
In a
world
perfect
works,
world.
but right? Um, but yeah, I don't know. Did you have any other thoughts about that one?
I mean, this one just really made me think of, and you kind of mentioned it with Call of Duty. It's just
Mhm.
the exposure to video games that are so violent and so based in war scenarios. And it's like, it desensitizes people. And I feel like the people, and granted, as we mentioned before, these people operating the mechs, I mean, they're not military people, they're just like average civilians of
Yes,
Earth
yep.
that are like, ooh, yeah, I can operate this machine and I'm not going to get hurt. And,
Mhm.
to hell with these people because they're subhuman and they're not
They're not
worth,
actual people, yeah.
yeah,
Like, they're worthless to them, but
yeah. So it's
yeah.
like, if it were a situation where it's less of a game and they, maybe are there in person, not in some robotic uniform, and they're actually seeing these people for real and
Yes.
seeing how they live, maybe even meeting them or interacting with
Mhm.
them in some way, that I feel like that would or hopefully
Change their mind,
change. Exactly.
perspective.
Yeah. Yeah. Um, okay, so social media,
Mhm.
influencers, that's a huge thing in this book. So what
Yes.
parallels did you kind of draw between the books world and kind of what our current influencer culture is?
Yeah, I feel like there's, like, quite a bit there, to be honest. I mean, like,
Mhm.
the only friends thing,
Yep.
like, that's one thing. But going back to kind of, like, the gamers, I guess,
Mhm.
like, even just, like, the dialogue that they had with, like, not just, like, the colonists, but also,
Mhm.
like, the dialogue that you're hearing with, like, I can't remember their names, but, like, when they're talking to, like, their mom and,
Mhm.
like, the way that they're just talking to her, I'm like, "This sounds like, 10-year-old boys on, like, Fortnite." Like,
Yeah.
so, like, I feel like, I think that's definitely a big parallel, and
Mhm.
then, like, even just the gamer tags, like, the names that they had,
How
I feel like
ridiculous they were.
right? I feel like if you go onto Twitch, like, you'd find those usernames easily, like,
Yeah.
um, which is kind of disturbing in a
Yeah.
way. But, yeah, influencer culture is not good.
Yeah.
Um, did you have any parallels?
Definitely. And one of them has to do with like how many, because Roger kept mentioning like how many viewers were tuning
Oh,
in to their
yes.
particular, because
Yeah.
they were like streaming the whole
Mhm.
thing from their station or whatever.
Right.
And it's like that's kind of the allure to these people. Maybe like, yes, it's fun to do this and
Mhm.
participate in this eviction of
Right.
an entire planet, but then also like I'm sure they were making money doing it, just
Oh,
like
for sure, yeah.
streamers do
Yeah, top
in our
streamers, yeah.
world. Yeah.
Mhm.
And then
Yeah, well, and then there
also,
was oh, sorry,
oh,
go
go
ahead.
ahead. Mine
Oh,
was
I
a
was gonna
topic
say,
change, so go ahead.
I was just gonna say, I think there's a part in the book where, like, Oliver is broadcasting, like, Roger sets it up so that he's broadcasting whatever,
Mhm.
and he's on, like, multiple platforms, which
Mhm.
is also, like, I feel like what a lot of, like, video game streamers will do.
Yeah.
Like, they'll be on Twitch, YouTube, like, some even go on TikTok too, I think.
Mhm.
So that was another thing that I saw too.
Yeah. There was also a lot of bullying, Like that was pretty big, like especially towards the end. I mean,
Hmm.
at first it was like these people coming from Earth, like just being awful
Yeah.
to the people of like New Sonora, but then towards the end, it's like Oliver and his crew, they were kind of like flipping it on them and
Yes.
like
Yeah.
using that bullying tactic to kind of really,
Against them.
yeah, which I
Yeah.
found interesting because it's like I don't support bullying.
Right.
However, that was a perfect instance to be doing something like
Yes.
that.
To kind of combat it. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's always a tough one. It's like, you know, do you fight back and play dirty like they are? But I
Hmm.
mean, if they're trying to wipe out your whole existence, well,
Yeah.
have at it, I guess.
Yeah.
Like,
Yep. Let's see. Oh, gotta go. I'll be sure to catch the replay. Well, thanks for popping in. Oh no. Dang it. Okay. And I'm lost again. Okay. I'm like such a millennial, like old, like a little granny millennial. Oh my goodness. Okay, here we go. So I guess of everything that was talked about in this book, and I'm sure a lot of this we've already kind of touched on, but what do
yeah.
you feel like is the big message that the author is trying to convey to his audience?
Well, I think obviously it relates to AI. I think
Yeah.
that's very clear.
Yeah.
Um, I don't think he's necessarily saying that like AI is a bad thing per se, but I think the point that he's trying to make is that like if it's not monitored, I don't want to say controlled, but like if
Hmm.
it's not monitored, it can just like gain so much traction and just take off like to a point where like there's no coming back.
Yeah.
And um I think this sort of kind of gets touched on in one of your other questions like I think it was later on in the list. Oh, do we think we're yeah, kind of on the path towards that. Um but like I was gonna say, like I even like just kind of like looking at our current state of like where AI is at and stuff.
Hmm.
Like I feel like if you think back to like 2024, like I feel like no one was really talking about AI. Like
Hmm.
those AI generative videos, like I feel like that wasn't really happening or like photos or anything like that. Like I think a lot of like algorithms and like maybe even some businesses have been using AI for a while, but
Hmm.
in terms of like sort of more of like the public sphere, I
Hmm.
feel like that has really only started happening within the past like I don't know, maybe like 9 to 12 months.
Hmm.
And it's kind of crazy like I mean like that's just how quick it can evolve, right?
Yeah.
And I think what he was getting at too is just like, you kind of have to put things in place to control this so that it doesn't get out of hand.
Hmm.
I thought it was interesting because I think it was Roger that had mentioned this, like just sort of like the progression of AI in their world
Hmm.
and how they had various restrictions on it. And how, like, I think it was saying, like, if it generated an image of someone, it would pick from 12, like 10 or 12 faces, and
Hmm.
that's the only faces that it could choose from. Whereas, like, if you look at our stuff, like, it'll pull from like anyone. You upload your face in there, it's gone
Yeah.
like, you know. So it's kind of just crazy. Like I just yeah, I don't know. I think he was getting to the point where it's like this needs to be kind of watched
Yeah.
because if it doesn't, it's going to get out of hand.
Yep. And am I could be confusing this with a different book that I'm reading, but
Mm.
wasn't it a thing where oh, what do they call it? Like the AI imaging and AI videos was like illegal.
I believe so. I think
Okay.
that's I don't know if it was illegal. I can't remember. I know they had placed like heavily like restrictions on it so
Okay.
that people wouldn't use it, but then I think that's when they start talking about how AI kind of started like bypassing that
Varying,
stuff.
yeah. Yep.
So it's kind of terrifying to think about.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh shoot, there was something I had a thought and then I was like trying to hang on to it, but I was like so into what you were saying.
Yeah,
It
sorry.
like it floated away. No, no, not at all. Um, oh shoot, I hope it comes back to me. Let me check this. I thought it was AI and ice.
Mm, mhm.
Yeah,
Yeah, ice is a good that's a good
yeah.
one too.
Yes.
definitely.
Um, oh no. I can't remember what it was. Okay, so we were talking about AI
Yep.
and kind of going off the rails, not being restricted, not having anything like kind of holding it
Mm.
from going haywire. Oh man, I can't remember.
Oh no.
Um, oh, this is bothering me. Okay, what was the most compelling argument? Oh no. I don't know. I guess we'll move on to the next one and hopefully it comes to me.
It'll come back to you.
I'll be like in the middle of a sentence and be like, "Oh wait, back to the other question." So, okay, I remember.
All right, there we
Rewind,
go.
rewind. Um, so I definitely saw some satire in this as well. And
Yep.
I feel like it wasn't really marketed as satire, or maybe it was. I don't know. I don't feel like I saw
I'm
like a
not
satire tag on this.
sure. Yeah, I don't know if there was or not. I can't remember. Is-
So, because it's like the things that are in here, they are similar to what we experience now, but so much more extreme. And it kind of reminds me, did you watch hang on, I can never remember the order. It's like Good Luck, Have Fun, Don't Die, that movie?
No, I don't think so.
Oh man. If
Yeah,
anyone has
good luck,
not
don't
seen
die.
that and they want
Okay.
like a mind F experience watching a
Oh
movie,
God.
like it's oh my gosh, I loved it. It was so good. But it's like it's poking fun very much so at like things that are an issue right now, like kids on social
Mm,
media.
okay. Yep.
And it just like takes that idea and it just like runs with it. And it's like
Runs
so
with
over the
it.
top, so
Oh
extreme.
gosh. Okay, I'm gonna have to
Um,
watch this.
oh, it was so good. I don't know if it's still in theaters. So
Okay.
it might be
Oh,
kind
so it's
of
like a recent
yeah,
movie.
yeah. I saw
Okay.
it, I think in February was when I saw it.
Oh,
So
okay.
it could still be in theaters. It could be in a lull between theaters and streaming. I'm
Right.
not sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, and it's got that Sam guy. I can't even remember his name. I love him as an actor though. Oh my goodness. Um, Good luck, have fun, don't die. Have fun, don't die. And it was so funny because like I went with my partner and
Yeah.
he didn't really know what to expect. He's like, what is this
Oh,
about?
okay.
And I was like, I don't know, but it looks fun. And like
Yeah,
I
come
was
see it
sitting
with me.
there
We're
like,
going.
this is awesome. And at the end, he's like, what was that? And I'm like, amazing. That's what that was. Cast. Okay, Sam Rockwell. He's the main
I don't think
character.
I've heard of him.
Oh,
I'm
he's
gonna look him
amazing.
up.
I love him. I don't know how well you can see that. This guy, he played in like Charlie's
Oh,
Angels and
okay.
he's
Yes.
yeah,
Yep.
that guy.
Got it. I'm so bad with names.
Are you?
Faces I'll remember like forever.
Mhm.
Names I'm like, oh, not great.
So yeah, it kind of made me think about that movie a little bit just because of how
Right.
over the top, like the social media influencer
Hmm.
was just, over the top and like
Right. Yeah.
people
I
gaming and like I think you mentioned Fortnite and it's like that's
yeah.
exactly kind of what it seemed like, but it's like could you imagine like the kids now that play Fortnite, what if that was
Right?
real? What if it wasn't like a
Yeah.
virtual game, but they don't realize it? I
Ugh.
don't know.
This is like Black Mirror. That's a Black
Yes.
Mirror
Oh,
episode.
yes. 100%.
Oh,
Actually, when I was looking at reviews of this, when I finished reading it, I'm pretty sure somebody did mention like a Black Mirror connection,
yeah. I could
or maybe
see
not
that
connection, but comparison. But they meant it in a
comparison.
good
Yeah.
way, and they even clarified. They're like, I mean that in the best possible way.
Right. Yeah. Oh, for sure.
So,
Yeah, no.
yeah,
That's a
I
good
could
series.
definitely.
I mean, there's some dud episodes, but
Yeah,
some of them are like
yeah,
they are
for sure.
heavy.
They are. Oops. Oh no. I just clicked the. How do I? One second. The stupid. There we go. The banners have like timers you can turn on now. So it'll pop it up on the
Oh,
screen for like only 10
right.
seconds or 20 seconds. And I
Oh,
accidentally like
okay.
activated it.
Oh no.
We're good. I turned it off. So the things happening in this book, do you feel like we're kind of already on the path towards something similar? Just hopefully less extreme. And what do you think would need to happen for it to escalate to this level of insanity? I know that's like a
I
question you like don't want to think
I
about.
want to say we're not,
Hmm.
but like I I just see the way that AI continues to evolve, and I feel like there's no one, like no organization or like higher power being like, okay, maybe we should like scale this back or put
Hmm.
some kind of laws into place that protects like people and things like that. Like,
Hmm.
so I don't know. I want to say no, but at the same time, I'm like, if they don't kind of get a handle on it, like, uh,
Yeah, it's
you
like
know,
you'd like to think it couldn't possibly get to that level because
right?
at a certain point, like I would hope.
Someone's got
So
to step in, but
exactly,
I mean,
exactly.
there's a lot of things going on right now where
Yeah.
how did we get here? Like,
Yeah.
you know?
And I know the question has to do with like what needs to happen for it to escalate to that point, but I don't think anything needs to happen except just a continuation of kind of what's already happening.
I think
And
so.
like,
I don't think there's a big catalyst that
yeah,
needs to happen to kind of like make this blow up. I think
yeah.
it's like you said, just it's going to keep trucking along. Like,
Mhm.
so, I mean,
And
first we have to kind of figure out how to leave the planet, but that might be a long way from now. But
I mean, I don't know. You always hear, and I don't know how accurate
mm,
or whatever these claims are, but like, oh, we're so close to like having a colony on the moon and
right?
da 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 da. So I
Yes.
don't know. Like, but I feel like too, like that would be such an expensive move. Granted,
Oh,
in
yeah.
this book, obviously it's an experiment. So
It's
it's not
not
like people
like,
had to like buy their seats to go to this new
right.
planet. So
Yeah.
if it were something like a situation like that where, hey, we need you to go to this other planet and populate it and cultivate it and make it
Right.
livable for the rest of us. Yeah, I
Like
don't know.
who's signing up first? Like, I don't
Right,
know.
right, right. Um, but yeah, so like on the opposite part of that, I feel like what we need to prevent this from happening is like to not be so damn divided. Like, I think at a certain point,
Yes.
like we need a world government. We
Yes.
need diplomatic leaders that can come together and like make a decision for the entire planet
Hmm.
as
Yeah.
like
Well, because
humans of
that's the
Earth.
thing. Yeah. And I'm like, AI is just so widespread at this point. Like,
Yeah.
you kind of need a joint effort in order to
Hmm.
kind of come up with a plan to do something about it.
Yeah.
Like, so yeah,
Because right
totally agree with
now,
that one.
being divided, it's like it can be used as a weapon against our quote unquote enemies.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. Well, that was the last of like the deep, hard questions. Did you come up with a fan cast?
So I tried, okay, so I came up with two for Oliver, but I
Okay,
was trying to think of one for Lulu, but I could not think of one. So for Oliver, I had also, okay, did you listen to the audiobook for this or no?
I did. Yes.
Okay. So I listened part of it and then I stopped because I found like I don't know, it was getting kind of annoying. Like Oliver's accent, I don't know.
Hmm.
But anyway, so for Oliver, I had like a young Matthew McConaughey.
Oh, okay. And with the accent,
Yeah.
yeah, I see that.
Yeah. That's what I
Okay.
was thinking when I was listening. And then I also put like Dylan O'Brien. I know that's
Okay.
so random, but like from the Maze Runner
Hmm.
or Teen Wolf. I think he would maybe make a good Oliver, but those
Yeah.
were the ones I thought of. So
Okay. I like
yeah.
those. I like those a lot. Um, I didn't because I didn't really connect to any of the characters. Okay, so here were the couple issues that I had. I couldn't really connect to the characters. Not that I couldn't, I just didn't for whatever reason. And so I feel like it was hard to really visualize them.
Mm-hmm.
And the narrator is Travis Baldree, and he also narrates his own books, Legends and Lattes,
Okay.
Bread Knives and or Brigands and Bread Knives, and then Bookshops
That's
and Bone
why
Dust.
I thought it was familiar. Okay. That makes
And
so much more sense. Yep.
the entire time he's talking, I'm just picturing like an orc and a succubus, like, and a little ratkin. I'm not picturing humans. So that was the other
That's
issue that
so
I had.
funny. I
So
love that. That's hilarious.
yeah, maybe if I had read it 100% physically instead of doing the tandem read,
Right.
it would have been a little bit easier.
Yeah.
But in just thinking right now, trying to imagine somebody for Oliver, um, what's his name? He played in Foe, Paul Mescal, I think. He's
Oh,
like
okay.
Irish or something. So
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
obviously he would
yeah.
have to have a different
Okay.
accent, but
Right. Switch it up a
yeah,
bit.
yeah. So maybe like a
Okay.
baby faced one of him would have been
Yeah. All
fun.
right.
So, but nobody else was able. Ooh, 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 ooh. Lulu would be Stephanie Beatrice from Brooklyn Nine-Nine. I don't watch that show. Like once I see the character, I'll be like, okay, yeah, her, but I don't know that person by name. So one moment. Brooklyn.
I'm curious too.
I feel like I know who she's talking about. Oh no, that's Amy Santiago. Okay. Who? Stephanie
Stephanie
Beatrice. Oh, this girl. Okay, yeah, I can see that. I could see that. She's like
Okay.
the
Yeah,
tougher
yeah, yeah.
one. Yeah.
Yeah.
I could see that. Yeah, I like that. We'll go with that one. Detective Rosa. Okay. That still did not help, but I looked it up, so we're good. Roger. Looked like Eve from
Oh,
Bowie.
yeah. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, that's funny. That was kind of trippy at the end when we had like three different versions of Roger. Like we had like Roger, the original, and
Yes.
then we had like Roger, and then we had
Oh, what was his
what was his
name? It
name?
was a
Like
different name.
yeah, pluribus or something? No. Oh no. Sorry. I just scared the crap out of my dog.
Sorry. I was like, what the hell was that?
He's sitting by the blinds or like the long plastic
Oh,
blinds, and
okay.
so when he shook, the whole thing shook. Oh man, that's gonna bother me.
Thought I highlighted it
Pinnacle.
somewhere. Pinnacle, that's what it
I
was.
knew it
Yeah.
started with a P.
Yeah. I'm gonna be honest, I started getting a little confused by the end.
Oh, really? I
I
feel like
was
that's
I
where
was
it
having a
started to click
hard
for me.
time visualizing like what was going on.
Mhm.
So, but
Were you listening to the audio at this point, or you
no,
weren't
so I
listening at this
stopped
point?
like midway through
Okay.
because I found it was going like I had to listen to the audio at like 1.3.
Mhm.
Typically I listen at 2 times speed, like I can get through it.
He was
But I
talking
think with
fast.
yeah, with the accents, I was
Yep.
like, I can't do this.
Yep.
So I ended up just stopping it and just like
Mhm.
physically reading it myself.
Mhm.
Um, so like I don't know, maybe the audio would have helped me visualize it a little bit more, but
Yeah. Um, I think that's what helped me because, yeah, I
mm,
agree. I usually listen between 2 and 2.5 times speed, depending on how fast the person's talking.
right, yep.
At 2 times speed, he was like, "Blah, blah, blah, blah," and I'm like, "What are
Yeah,
you
yeah.
saying?" So I had to slow it down to like 1.5.
Right? Like,
Um,
typically, I can get used to it, but I was
yeah,
like, "Yeah, something about this narration, I'm like, I can't keep up." Like,
yep,
my brain is not
100%. But no, the whole thing with that one guy, I don't even know his name. The one that,
the CEO guy, right? The
yeah, and he like died at the end, like he's
yes.
like dying and like explaining everything. That I feel like was done really, really well on the audio, like all his
Okay.
coughing and his like,
Oh, okay, yeah.
like as
Yeah,
he's
yeah.
dying. So that kind of helped, I think,
Mm,
with that scene.
right.
So yeah, that's why I asked if you ended up doing audio at that portion
No,
of the
I
book, but
stopped. Maybe I should have kept going, so because I do like when they put, like they don't just read it, like, they
Mhm,
put, emphasis into it, and you kind of
mhm.
feel like it's the actual character saying that kinda stuff.
Yeah.
So yeah, maybe I should have kept going, but oh well.
Oh, well. I love Michael Pena. Like, anytime I can, I fan cast him in my books. I love it. One of the friends. Yeah, Sam. Is that who you were thinking?
Mm,
Because I could see that.
mhm.
I could see that. Oh, I just got really hungry. Okay. Um, okay, now I'm gonna be honest. I don't have any comparisons. But
Okay.
were there any books, movies, shows, games that you would recommend to people who liked this book?
Um, I mean, like we kind of touched on it earlier, right? Like, I mean, like Black Mirror, I think has some interesting episodes that you could check out, like
That's
that are
true.
kind of like along the lines of this. Maybe not exactly the same plot, but
Hmm.
more so like AI focused.
Hmm.
Um, trying to think of like shows or games. Um, I mean, if you want to hear characters talk like the characters talked in this, I mean, hop on Fortnite. I'm sure you'll hear someone talking like that, or Call of Duty,
Oh
whatever,
yeah,
whatever
that's
is your
true.
choice. I don't play those games. I just can't. I'm
Mm-mm.
a offline gamer, so
Same. It's like I don't
yes,
want anybody else.
right. Just
Like
in my
leave me
own little
alone.
bubble.
Yep.
Maybe I'll play with a friend, but yeah, no outside forces. No, thank you. I don't
Yep.
want screaming 10-year-olds.
I actually have no, he's 11 and he does gorilla tag on VR.
Okay,
Thank
I
God
don't know
his
what that
room.
is.
Oh my gosh, it's like
I'm too old, I guess.
I only know what it is because of him, but he like they're gorillas and like they can actually like swing from like tree limbs and like I don't know,
Okay.
but thank goodness his bedroom is in the basement because he will be on that and I just hear him go like ah! And like yelling and screaming. I'm like, oh my gosh, who are you talking to?
Like, what is happening?
Oh, and I have it very strict too. I only allow him
Yes.
to friend or accept friend requests from like his friends at school. I'm like, I don't want you talking to
Yes.
anybody that you don't know in real
Yes.
life. You don't tell anyone
That's
your name.
good. Good parenting. Gold
Yes.
star.
That stuff scares the crap out of me.
Yes. Yeah. You never
And
know, right?
I know. And I have it because it's like MetaQuest or whatever. So I have the app on my phone. So anytime somebody calls him, messages him, I get the notification too. So I can be like, oh,
Okay.
who's so and so? And I
Yeah.
can like
Yeah.
see what they're
So,
talking about.
right. Not
Oh,
a bad thing to have.
yeah.
Keep some tabs.
Exactly. Alrighty. So, do you have any final thoughts? And what did you rate this?
um, Final thoughts. Like, I think the plot and the overall story of this was kind of meh. I think
Hmm.
in the characters, I think it could have been better. I think his messaging, though, I think that's kind of what like helped this
Yeah.
story.
Yeah.
Um, Other than that, though, like yeah, it was okay. I don't know. I don't know. We were talking about Dungeon Crawler Carl. I don't know if I'm gonna end up going back to read that one.
Hmm.
But anyways, I ended up giving this, I think I did a 2.5 star and I
Okay.
rounded it up to a 3 on
Gotcha.
Goodreads. So not horrible, but not good.
Yeah.
Not great.
Yeah. So for me, I agree. I think the messaging, like, again, once I kind of clicked, like, oh, wow, he's kind of talking about like big
Mhm.
picture things.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah, that kind of thing. I was like, okay, this has some pretty good substance, but as far
Mhm.
as the plot goes, it was a lot slower than I expected. I don't like that I just didn't really get attached to any of the characters. Um, Maybe it was because I was expecting DCC vibes.
Mm.
Maybe I just like to feel attached to characters. I'm not really sure. Um, and I think, like I kind of mentioned before, the whole science, the whole illness that kind of wiped out an entire
Yes. Yeah.
generation of them at like in their 20s or whatever. Yeah, that was a big part of the story, but I feel like it could have been a bigger part,
It
honestly.
basically was just kind of thrown in there, like as the
Yeah.
world building. Like it was just kind of like, yeah, this happened.
Yeah.
That's it. Moving
It's
on.
like
So,
maybe some flashbacks to that
mhm.
situation, to somebody in that situation where they're like experiencing it and
Right.
there's that fear of like, oh crap, this is going to happen to me. Like that would have been. So I feel like there was so much going on and like
Mhm.
I
Yes.
wanted more from certain things. And I mean, it was a long book, so like I certainly don't want it to be any longer to
It
accommodate
was.
that.
Yeah. Well, and sorry to like interrupt you.
No,
There was
you're
the
good.
other thing I was gonna mention was like, do we really feel like the tapes section really added
Was
anything to the
necessary?
story?
No.
Like, I feel like if you added up all of those sections, like that probably would have been close to like at least 75 pages of the book.
Oh yeah.
And like I feel like you probably could have used that for other stuff, but
Mhm.
that's just my thoughts. But
I agree. I
yeah.
even thought that I'm like we would get to one of those and I'm just like, What is the point of
Right?
this? Aside from
It-
showing that Rosita wants to be like some kind of filmmaker.
yes. Yeah.
That's pretty much it. So, although that little okay, the last snippet that Roger says, was that supposed to be like a oh my gosh moment? Because
what what was that part again? Sorry.
so Roger,
Uh
they're like, I don't remember what all they're talking about, but Roger says something. He like has this huge monologue at the end, kind of, but he's like,
oh yes, okay.
uh, I passionately disagreed with him. I don't know who he's disagreeing with, but he's talking about the attack,
Oh yes.
and
Yeah, and
he's
he was
like I disagree with him, or at least I did until you attacked my family. Like it almost sounded like is Roger the bad guy? Like was that what that was supposed to be saying? Like he's the reason all this is happening?
I don't know if it was saying that or if it's more just saying like, you know, if this thing can start developing a mind of its own, like AI in general, maybe
Yeah,
that's what they were getting at. I don't know.
yeah,
But scary stuff.
yeah,
Like,
yeah. Because I remember something about the hibiscus ship and how Roger was on that
mm,
ship, and like something
yes.
started there, and I couldn't tell you what that was, even though I just read about it a couple days ago.
Well, because like Roger always seemed like kind of different than the rest of like what were they like hive queens? Is that what they called them?
Oh,
Um,
something about yeah, some hive something, and they used a lot of
yeah, because
bees,
like he
bee
seemed like he
terminology.
was able to like almost be like sentient and kind of
Yeah,
bypass a lot of stuff. And
yeah,
like, I don't think they were fully aware that he had those capabilities, which is kind of scary.
yeah,
Um, so who knows? I don't know.
yeah. But then ironically, he's able to bypass all that stuff, but then he couldn't graduate the people, the kids, because the grandfather had died and like he had to approve that or something before he could like
Yeah,
graduate them.
right.
But
I don't
maybe
know.
maybe he did that on purpose, like to keep them in his
Like,
reach,
yeah, for sure.
in his protective circle. But yeah, okay, so Yvette was kind of thinking the same thing. I feel like
Mm.
maybe I need to go back and read that section again
Yeah, I
because I don't
agree.
think
I
it
think
hit me
maybe
the
I
way it
should
was
go.
supposed to. Yeah. Like maybe he killed Oliver's mother. I thought Oliver's
Mm.
mother just suffered from the sickness or the illness or whatever. The
Um,
because wasn't it like the grandparents
I thought
because
the
they were
grandparents
born
had.
they were fine because they were born on the ship, but then their children, so the parents'
Mhm,
generation, because they
are
were
the ones
born
that
on New Sonora, they were the ones that were affected, and then they were the ones that died out.
right.
I thought.
I can't remember. Oh, jeez.
I know. I'm like, ooh, I thought I was reading this pretty
Yvette,
closely, but maybe
tell
not.
us.
Oh, oh, oh.
There she
Yes,
here
and
she is. Yep.
Alice, my goodness. I don't know how loud that is, but he's just like walking through
Tippy
the
taps.
blinds. It's so loud. Okay, so yes, and they were saying the sickness was created and Roger was born. That's kind of what I was
Okay.
thinking because it like somehow originated on the ship that Roger was a part of. I don't know. I was over it by then. Yeah.
I feel like maybe I'll go back and read that little section because
Yeah, like that last little, yeah.
yeah.
But anyways, my final rating was 2 stars. For
All
a
right.
while,
Well,
I was like, is this a 1 star? But I think I reserve my 1 stars for books that I absolutely despised, such as When the Wolf Comes Home by Nat Cassidy. I'm still
that's
angry
another
about.
one of my favorites.
Oh no, I'm still so angry about that one. But I was like, I didn't hate it as much as that, so it's a 2.
That's yeah,
Ah,
understandable.
I'm sorry. We just have
No,
different
it's
tastes,
okay.
and that's okay.
That's fair. Yeah, Nat Cassidy is one of those ones where I feel like it either clicks for you or it doesn't.
Mhm.
Like it's
Yeah,
either or.
yeah.
So, but it's okay. I forgive you. It's all
Thank
good.
you. Alrighty. Well, thank you everyone for joining and anyone who watches later. Thank you so much. Thank you, Brandon, for joining and
Yeah,
being my co-host for the month. I
of
appreciate it.
course. Well, thank you for having me. It's always
Oh,
fun to be on
yes,
these things.
for sure. Okay, so for the month of April, we are going to be reading For Human Use by Sarah G. Pierce. This one sounds super interesting. It's like Tinder for corpses. So you get on this app and you basically order a corpse and then you live with it. And I don't know where it's going to go, but I'm excited to find out.
Okay.
It's kind of crazy.
I'm gonna read that one. I'm gonna add that to my CVR. That sounds interesting.
Yes, certainly. So, live show for this will be April 28th, 7 p.m. Eastern with Elizabeth of Reading Riley. So don't miss it. Be sure to follow us over on Bookstagram and Fable so you can provide your thoughts in the chapter breakdowns. So, yeah, I hope everyone has a great evening and I will see you next time. Bye.